Look at that bumper.
So we decided that this particular episode's tier list is the best and worst games of 2019. Now, I'm going to lay out some caveats here because
Please do.
Here's the thing about the tier list that people just don't get.
What?
Their opinions, man.
Well,
Yeah.
can I
That's
break
just
this down?
Your opinion, man.
These are our opinions. If you have different ones, you are more than welcome to constructively
It's true.
put them down in the
But
comments.
sometimes people will see
it's
like
fun.
their favorite thing
Yeah.
that would be ranked lower than what they would have put at, and then they feel as if they're being attacked. And
Slighted,
It's not
yeah.
what's happening here.
No. This is like
I can think of one game that Jake and I agreed was a D tier release this year.
Yeah.
Or
Yep.
this last year, and I think there could be some people who'd be like, "You guys, just fucking know. You
just don't get it, man. You just don't get it.
You just don't. Yeah.
Yeah, don't get it.
Yep, for
It's
sure.
a Strand game.
Now, here's the other thing: is
You have hatred for certain games too.
we didn't play a lot of these, so
Yeah.
a lot of these were placed in by just people's reviews and reactions to the games as they came
you
out,
had-
and
Correct.
so then some of them we didn't play. They're just like where the majority of people felt about them when they came out.
Yeah.
But I've kind of spruced up a couple things about the Hospital tier list. We now have bumpers, so we're going to get into the D tier. Yes. Oh, good. The audio's cut out again on the left-hand side. I love this. I don't know why that's happening. Okay. D
figure it
tier.
out.
Give me a little drummy drums. Boom. Nope.
Ow.
Boom. Okay, so for the D tier, we put in Death Stranding, we put in Crackdown 3, Jump Force, Anthem, Days Gone, Shenmue 3, and Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
Okay.
Now, one thing
talk
I
about
want you
some of
to...
these.
Well, we're going to talk about them.
Okay.
One thing I want to point out is it was not a great year for gaming in 2019.
No.
Because, spoiler alert, this D tier had the most titles out of the other 4 tiers.
Yeah.
I would also argue that a lot of the titles in the D tier were some of the most anticipated games of 2019.
Dude,
I bet some of these are in some
Shenmue
people's
3
S
was
tier.
a most anticipated game for many years for me and
Yeah.
Cody.
Yeah.
And it's here's the thing. I backed Shenmue 3 on Kickstarter
Yep.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I watched all of their stuff coming up, leading up to it.
Uh-huh.
When the game came out, I didn't even fucking redeem my code.
Really?
I was like,
Wow.
I don't want to play this. It looks like fucking trash. And then it turned out it was kind of trash.
yeah.
So obviously, let's get the elephant in the
elephant.
room. We put
Yep.
Death Stranding at D tier, and
Yep.
honestly, that
game.
is because I have such an enormous hatred for the egomaniac piece of shit that is Hideo Kojima that there is
Even-
no way I could put it any higher.
But even putting that aside, it's a bad game.
Yeah, there's a couple of guys I follow on Twitter that just fucking love it. And it's fine if you. It's totally
Well-
cool. It's just it doesn't appeal to me. You're walking from point A to point B, falling over rocks, having to pick up your fucking shit.
Sneak
It's
around
like
the time
I
rain.
think that if you delivered pizzas as a teenager
Uh-huh.
and you enjoyed it,
Yeah.
this game rings true for you. And
Well,
I
it's
also
just
apologize
like-
that we have so many items on this list that you're pretty much covered up by trash right now.
Yeah.
I can
No, you're fine.
readjust my chair. Here, hold on.
You fit right in.
Yeah.
Anyway,
There we go.
So,
I'm like,
go ahead.
it just doesn't. The whole. Do you guys know anything about the story?
No.
yeah,
You're
I'm-
you're literally a dude carrying stuff to reconnect the internet.
In the Ghost
That's
Babies, the Ghost
That's
Babies.
the game. No, like the whole overarching. Your job is to reconnect the internet. I'm going to tell you. You want to play this game? I got one better. Get a high-paying job at AT&T installing internet. Boom! Death Stranding.
So-
you don't have to do Time Rain or Ghost People or Mac Mickelson or whatever the fuck his name is. Like,
Matt Mikkelsen.
yeah, that guy.
Yeah. He's a
Done.
great actor, by the way.
How about
He
I
is
play
amazing.
Death's Advocate? Devil's Advocate for just 10 seconds?
Why would you? If
So
you-
I've watched a lot of reviews on it. I didn't play it.
I didn't, yeah.
For some people, this is straight S tier because it just there's something about it that they liked.
Yeah, it's Hideo
there's
Kojima. Those the people he could shit on a platter, and people be like, "It's the best shit."
Well, I mean, even people that have never played a Hideo game, like one of the YouTubers I watch, he liked it. And he pointed out one mechanic that's interesting to me, and that's in the world you can come across a place you leave graffiti or you leave your stuff behind so you can get over an obstruction.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then
The
randomly,
community
other
aspect.
people
it's
shit.
so huge you never run into other people, but like someone else might come
Make
to
a bridge.
the obstacle and they're like, oh shit, someone's been here and they left a bridge for me.
Yes.
I love that. That's a neat innovation.
Yeah.
So it contributed in some way.
Yeah, I'm
even
not
though we
saying
don't.
that.
Yeah, I feel that, Gordy.
But
The
it
whole
looks
game isn't
terrible to
bad.
me. It looks really boring.
The whole game isn't bad. There are bits and pieces of it are good, but it as a package, it's just like, fucking cares, dude. Who fucking cares?
I played Crackdown 3. Just kind of a letdown. Like it was in development for so long, and it was just a far cry from what they first announced. They cut out so many features, like with the destructible environments and stuff, that and it just turns out that just hunting orbs around the city just isn't as cool as it was in 2008.
Yeah.
So it's just a D tier game. Gordy and I tried Jump Force because it was cool that they put Jump Force on Game Pass, so we were able to just download it and try it. We were like on this kick one night. We were just downloading tons of games and just trying them. And we played it for like 45 minutes. We're like, what is this fucking game?
We played for like it took us 45 minutes to start playing.
Yeah.
And then we started playing.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean,
it just was unsatisfying.
I like those games. I've played all the Naruto ones. It plays fairly similar. I would argue that this is C tier. But I could see why if you've never touched one of those games with all the weird buttons and trying to figure out where the fuck to go and all that, why you would definitely mark it as a D tier. However, like that, all that said, it's just another one of those games.
Can I like I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion. I'm going to throw it out there. And notice that there's differences of opinion even within our own group. So, but anyway, Jump Force. When I was playing it, it just reminded me of a frustration. Compare and contrast the locomotion. So the controls of a character in Japanese games compared to, say, like a Ubisoft game. Like, let's do what is the one Lord of the Rings games called? Shadow of Mordor, or any of the Assassin's Creed. When you run and then you stop and then you pivot, the character has weight. It feels like a character, like you really connect with it.
Or like Rockstar games, Grand Theft Auto.
Exactly.
They're very good.
Red
at
Dead Redemption 2.
The way that the character moves and then it animates and you feel the locomotion is quality. For some reason, Japanese games don't latch onto that element as much. Some of them do. And it just drives me crazy.
It does.
Because
I totally know what you're saying.
Because the aesthetic of Jump Force, it's like all those
the graphics were cool.
Like awesome
the visuals
characters.
Were cool.
So
real quick, and I don't want to drone on too much about it, but I do want to talk about what an epic failure Anthem ended up being.
Yeah.
epic.
That made me very sad. I was very excited for that game.
Boy.
They are
Gordy and I tried the beta, and that was enough for us. We're like, hard pass on this. And I think we made a good choice in not investing the $60 in it, because it just, I don't know, it didn't pan out well. People are not happy with it, and the game, as far as I know, is pretty much dead in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are currently, they've announced that they're basically rebuilding it from the ground up.
Days Gone, I didn't play Days Gone, but I heard it was just probably one of the worst exclusives that Sony's had in a long time. Just kind of visually very beautiful, but just kind of just a slog of a game. I guess it takes like 80 hours to get through it.
Oh my gosh.
Ghost Recon Breakpoint, didn't play that, but my basis on this is everyone hated it.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
It's real bad. Can't confirm. So, not good.
So, with that said, let's take a look at the C's. Boom. We got some C's there for you. Boss Battle Ace says, I could listen to Gordy say the word locomotion forever. Say it one more time for me.
Locomotion.
Oh, God, that's nice.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Our C tiers are Division 2, Rage 2, Borderlands 3, and Medieval.
Oh, interesting.
Now, C doesn't necessarily mean it's terrible, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's great. Division 2, I played the Division 1, and it just didn't quite gel with me, so I skipped Division 2. I hear the Division 2 is better, but not quite. Hey, Siri, I'm not fucking talking to you. Shit.
Get out of here, Siri.
I did play Rage 2 because they put it on Game Pass, so and it was fun. It was cool. Loads better than Rage 1. Borderlands 3, I put it down super low because of just the launch issues and the issues that still persist within the game. I guess it's just atrocious, and so it's still kind of unplayable on PC. Is that what I'm understanding?
Nope, they've heavily patched it. It's pretty playable on PC.
Is it? Okay.
But still, it took them far too long to get to that point.
Oh, 100%. But that's also, as a mostly PC user, it's kind of par for the course. People they are more concerned about getting it on consoles because it is easier for someone to get a console in their home than it is to get a PC that can run a game at high frame rate. So.
Medieval is a very cool remake of the old PS1 game.
Yep.
And, it's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
And that's, if you have any thoughts, now's your time.
Yeah, I know that Ace loves Borderlands 3. Is that...
Ace, Boss Battle Ace, who is in the chat right now, he is a huge fan of Borderlands 3. But he's also playing on an Xbox where it runs substantially better than it does on PCs. Or
Gotcha.
did on PC. So he might not quite... Yes, he says he's no issues on Xbox.
Gotcha.
So he's, those gripes are not issues.
Yep.
It's,
They're
fine.
not.
But also
like
just the looter shooter games like that just don't quite gel with me. Borderlands 2, I tried, and I was like, it's fine.
Looter shooters.
I love those games,
but I
don't
love
play
Destiny,
them.
so...
You don't what?
Well, it's a different kind of looter shooter. Destiny's closer to WoW than it is to Borderlands.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Anyway, that's a C tier. You guys want to see what's up on that B? You want to see
get
what
into that B tier.
you want to get in them B cups? Oh yes. And
please.
boom.
How?
So B tier. I've got Resident Evil 2 Remake. We've got Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled.
I love
Fire
that
Emblem
game.
Three Houses and Pokemon Sword and Shield, which I did have higher, but Jake said it's got to be lower because it
It
sucks.
should be lower. Nope, didn't say that.
What,
know, just kidding.
Wait, Pokemon Sword and Shield?
No.
Or
Yeah.
yeah.
Resident Evil 2, it's on my backlog. I want to play it because it's my favorite Resident Evil, the old ones. We've got so many nostalgic attachment to it. I bet it's great.
people say it's great, so.
Crash Team Racing, I was always more of a Mario Kart guy, so whatever. I hear it's fine. Fire Emblem, people really seem to like, but boy, I really wish they'd stop putting Fire Emblem characters in Smash.
So I've got input on those last two, if you're curious.
I am super curious.
So my niece is a hardcore Nintendo player. She's played both of those last two games, and I've talked to her actually extensively about it. She's still playing Fire Emblem months later because you can play the different houses and get these different experiences and a bigger picture of the story. And she says it's a quality Fire Emblem game. It's not in the top, but it's quality.
It is the next game. It is the next physical game purchase that I will get for my Switch.
Nice.
Real quick, on a side note, because there is a question that's been put into the chat from yo. We will address that. We will get to fan questions here in the next segment, and then we'll talk about that. Just so you know, so we're not avoiding your question. I'll talk about it here shortly. Is it true that Crash Team Racing is 30 frames per second on Switch even when docked? I haven't heard that, but Jake says yes. It's interesting. Now, Jake, tell me about Pokemon Sword and Shield and why you rank it as B tier. Because it seemed like you really enjoyed it when it was coming out. It came out.
I do. I'm still playing it. It's still, if I turn on my Switch, it is the first game I go to. It is it is a good video game, but it has its faults. It has a lot of them.
Just give me a couple.
The wild areas, which is the hey, connect to the internet and see people running around and doing shit. While it doesn't work well. Like, it is the models of everyone else moving are kind of jittery. Like like a dude will just be standing there and then fucking gone across the map, like shit like that. Like, he moved an hour ago and the game is just kind of catching up. When you have that on, depending on your connection, like if you don't have a super solid connection, it's laggy as fuck, which kind of sucks. The actual matchmaking for like max battle raids and that kind of stuff, while it works great, you have to figure out how to make it work. Like, you have to figure out how to cycle through those to join random ones. It's got its problems, but I think The thing that made it B tier and not C tier with those problems is one, I've been playing Pokemon since the first ones. I've played every Pokemon to date up to Crystal and Diamond, I think.
Holy shit! So all of them.
A lot of them, yeah. I did not play Black and White. I did not play Black and White 2. They looked great. I didn't play them because I didn't have a way to and didn't care to go buy a thing for it. But at this moment, this game is the closest I have felt to actually playing in a Pokemon world with other Pokemon trainers, like the anime and the manga and all that. And that among like some of the crazy cool shit they've done with like gym leader challenges and that kind of shit is the reason that it's B tier. It's the reason that I keep going back to it. It's the reason that I will beat it. I will cap out my Pokédex. I'll fill it up, and then I will start over, and I will build a team to actually go online and play competitive and get the stats right and all that stuff. It is a good game that has some fairly serious faults.
That's
which is why it's B tier.
Well, let me real quick. Let's keep this short so we can move on. But my niece said that she would probably place it low in the list, and she described it as a great game with a lot of the same qualities that you posted. But she said, why am I playing a Pokemon Sun or Moon or Pokemon Red or Blue or whatever on the Switch, and there isn't any like major improvements? She visually and in mechanics, there isn't like a lot of. Would you describe it the same way or stunted?
No, I wouldn't say that it's stunted. I feel like they're playing it safe. Game Freak's one of the most funded video game developers out there.
Yes.
Just because they control Pokemon. I think they possibly are don't quote me, but I think they possibly are the most funded. But you need to keep that core audience happy, and then like just take like a little tiny step out of the box. And I think to their effort, they took a huge step outside of that box with the adding max raid battles to an actual game. The wild areas, if they worked the way they said they would, it would be just fucking insane. Like it's already insane. You can see the Pokemon in the wild now, which they did in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and they added it into a mainline game. I think they took a bigger step than they normally would. And now that they've paid for it, guess what, guys? We're going to take even smaller steps in the future, so get ready. If you're not happy to just play another Pokemon game, you're going to be disappointed. And I was totally happy to just be like, yo, I got the Switch Lite. Pokemon Shield's coming out, baby. Let's fucking capture some people. You know what I'm saying?
Some people. What are you? Some kind
Pokemon?
of sexual predator?
No.
All right.
Damn it.
Let's look at some good games now. We're getting to the A tier. I'm going to go ahead and go to this bumper. All right, Gordy, give it to me.
Okay.
There it is. A tier.
Ooh.
A tier, we've got Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. Gears 5, COD, Modern Warfare, Luigi's Mansion 3.
Which I still need to get.
Let's talk about them all. Sekiro. We couldn't play it. We couldn't play it. It was so fucking hard. I couldn't handle my life. Something's happening. Hey! Thanks for the follow, dog.
Thanks.
Boy, it was just so. It took Gordy and I like a week to get past the second mini boss, giant ogre piece of shit.
Which a lot of people had problems with that, and it was considered to be broken because if you read the Reddit, they were like, "Oh, the second boss is harder than the third and the fourth."
It was something happening. Oh, Stink Meaner.
No.
Thanks for the follow, Stink Meaner.
Thank you.
Sekiro, I played it. I loved it. I love the aesthetic. Tenchu series was my favorite. I am not like a Dark Souls player. I do not hate on the Dark Souls player. They're a lifeblood part of the community.
They're an incredible breed of gamer.
There's one in this Discord call, so you better watch yourself.
That's why I like the game so much, because it has that feudal Japan aesthetic that we crave so much in games. It's also part of the reason why I want to like Neo, and I want to be excited for Neo too, but they're just too hard. They're out of my skill range. I don't have the patience level. I get too angry, I get too frustrated, and I just turn it off, and I can't experience the game. So I put it at A because it's a fucking monumental feat in gaming. It was an incredible game, and obviously we we just were like, it's just not for us. But it's great, and when we did play it, and the gameplay's cool, the fucking parrying is awesome, the sword play is excellent.
Dude, that snake early in the game,
yeah,
I loved that.
Yeah.
So it's a quality. It deserves that A. So even though I'll probably never beat it, and you know what? I don't care that there isn't an easy mode. I wish I could beat it, but I can always watch it on Twitch. So
I definitely beat it.
I played through Gears 5. I play through every Gears game. I'm a big Gears fan. Gears 5 came out. This game was much better than Gears 4. Had a very quality story. I only play the story modes on Gears, and then a little bit of Horde mode. I think I played Horde with you. Yeah, I played Horde with you. We even streamed it one night. And
we
with
did.
Gordy. It's a solid title. It doesn't quite capture Gears 1, 2, and 3 for me, but it's better than 4, and it was a good game. The story's good. I'm still completely baffled why they call it Gears 5 and it's not Gears of War 5. It's so fucking stupid to me that they dropped the of War. It's like, it's,
I don't know.
and it's like, you can abbreviate your games when you're talking about them, but don't change the official title to just Gears 5. It's fucking stupid.
Well,
Anyway.
that's their argument, was that's what players call it, so fuck it.
Yeah,
Which is a shitty argument, but that's what happened.
Modern Warfare.
Ooh, something.
Forever Winter, thank you for the
Thanks
follow.
for the follow, dog.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Now, this is Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Not a title I would normally put so high because I am very
not on the list.
sick of the series.
Yeah.
But I watched some gameplay videos of it, of the campaign, and I was like, God damn, that looks slick. So I fucking got it. And Gordy and I played through the campaign together.
Yeah.
And it was a really enjoyable experience.
It was very cool.
Shit. The visuals, the sound design, I was like, this is really cool. And it was almost like to the points where it was so realistic where I was like, dang, I feel like I'm fucking killing people.
Yeah.
I'm obviously, it's not what it would like. I would
You would be
more
vomiting.
Like,
I can't believe I did that.
yeah, but I thought it was a really well polished product. I tried online for like a second, but I got like, you even step out onto the battlefield, a fucking 12-year-old blasts you in the face and you're gone. And it's just, I was just like, I haven't played Call of Duty games for many years, so I just can't even begin to try to compete. And so I played the story and tried it online once, and then I uninstalled it because I got what I wanted out of it.
Yeah.
And it was good. It was a really quality game. Luigi's Mansion 3 on my backlog. I haven't played it yet.
Did you play it, Jake?
I have not played it yet. That is probably going to happen after Fire Emblem.
I know a couple people who have, but I didn't talk about it.
I've listened. My Giant Bomb fandom is noted. I've listened to those guys play that. They've played that game a lot. One of the guys replayed it with his son telling him what to do. Another one replayed it with his son playing as Guigi. Apparently, it is the best in the series.
Yeah,
Okay.
And plus they graphically speaking, I think it's very impressive.
Oh, yeah, great.
Especially for the Switch, like the volumetric lighting that they have in it. The lighting effects are very, very good. So I'm really excited to play that when I get a chance.
I have like 3 games ahead of it in my Switch queue, though.
Ridiculous. Anywho, Boss Battle Tim is in the chat.
What?
Makes fun of Gears 5 name, but not COD, reusing the same title for the third
yes,
time.
that's
a very good point. That's very true. Very fucking true.
If it makes you feel any better, Call of Duty would be in D tier. But
for you, if you had the final say over
if I had the final say, everything would probably stay the same, but Call of Duty would be in the D tier because it is just
also to be fair, there's just no more space for another game on the D tier.
It's true. We did be covering up the little skull, and then
we can't. That can never happen.
Just another fucking Call of Duty game, man. Like, just another one.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you. I don't know what struck me about it that I was like, oh, I want to play this one. But
it looks visual. I guess it wouldn't be D tier. We could say C.
I did dig the original Modern Warfare's. And they have a lot of the same characters, which like Captain Price, which I was like, fuck yeah, it's like a little nostalgic. It's cool. But I feel you. I feel you, man.
Okay,
Let's get to the finals.
Yes.
We're getting to the S.
Let's get premium.
Premium.
That's that good shit.
Okay, now
Womp, womp, womp. All right.
I think some of these are probably like pretty on the nose, predictable. But
Yeah.
yes, Gordy.
Get some ASMR in the Boss Battle Show podcast.
If you know me, you know that I like Mortal Kombat, and you know that I was just like all about MK11. For me, that was my highlight of the 2019. Ramping up to it, that game pushed the channel into over 10,000. Like the game means a lot to me, and it was a really solid title, and they're supporting it. Every character is there's just a lot of love put into it. The netcode's great. It plays great. I think there's some features that obviously the game has its flaws. No game is perfect. Except for MK2, but it's really good. It was my favorite game of the year, next to the other two of the other games that are up there.
Yep.
I feel that you guys would also S tier MK11.
Yes.
There was
100%.
actually missing from this list is another fighting game, but
What game?
freaking Samurai Showdown.
Sam Show.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, I'd put that in
Sam Show's
the
S tier.
A or B.
Damn!
Because
fuck that.
there wasn't enough.
How could I
I don't know.
forget Sam Show?
Maybe it would be
Probably
A tier
because
for me.
SNK forgot about all the people playing on PC. Hey, SNK, if you're watching right now, you were supposed to release it by now. What the fuck's that, dog?
Yeah.
Well, it does come out on Switch here soon. So
I really liked it.
you can play it.
It's
You can play
I'm
it
going
there.
to
put some time
write a
into that
letter
game.
every day until they respond to me. I just want to know.
It's weird that they are dodging that.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what that's all about. I can't believe I forgot about Sam's Show. If I was to, I would put Sam's Show at B tier.
Yeah.
Oh,
not
it's
because
Switch release.
not because it's bad. It's just it doesn't have like a ton of content. Like it's just a fighting game, and we had such problems trying even just to get couch play because of that.
Oh
weird
yeah,
glitch.
couch co-op
Yeah.
would not work on our system.
Yeah, so
Yep.
it does now, but it was great. It was everything I wanted a Sam Show to be. But I can't believe I forgot it. So I apologize for anyone that's like fucking unsubscribing from any channel we have because of that. But let's get back to the S's.
Yes.
Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. I know Jake didn't want to play that for the same reason he won't play Final Fantasy because he's quote unquote played it before.
That's not that. All right, guys. Well, it's fun.
You said
He's gonna play it. He said.
No, but
actually.
I want to play Link's Awakening. I enjoyed that game.
But you
Yeah.
I
said,
don't want to pay full price
Well, I get.
for a
I-
game
for
that
a
I've-
remake,
Okay.
or
Yeah,
is it a
no.
reboot?
It's a
I would
remake.
say it's a remake.
It's a remake. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It is
It's
one
a
for
fighting
one
game.
the same game except for graphics.
Okay.
It's a good game. It's a
So
great game.
MK11 was flawless as far as MK goes. It's
Would you
by
say
far
it
the
was
best.
a flawless victory?
It's the best since MK2 in my opinion.
Agree.
Zelda is incredible. It's so charming.
Yeah.
I'm a Zelda
looks
nerd.
great.
It's like my go-to game, and I would say that this was
Is your wallet on you? Show everyone your wallet.
perfection. It's actually in the kitchen,
You
but
fuck.
if you're curious,
It's
my
a-
wallet is the gold Nintendo cartridge.
Yeah. The thing about Link's Awakening is I had never played it.
Yeah.
This was my first time with it, and I was like, "This is great. I love it." It was so charming. It gave me that Zelda feeling that only Zelda can give me.
Yeah.
Fucking great game. Super Mario Maker 2, criminally underplayed from us.
Yeah.
It
We
is.
bought it and
Do you
we
wanna
loved
play it?
I do. I really do
Let's
want to.
do that this weekend if
We
I have any free time.
Are you going? Are you working tonight?
Yeah, probably.
All right, cool.
Man.
Criminally underplayed, and they just released all that DLC where you can play as fucking Link and shit.
Yeah.
It's incredible. But Mario Maker is just a charming, beautiful game. I love it. I love it.
It's good.
Now, Jedi
Fallen Order.
was the quintessential Star Wars experience aside from Mandalorian. Regardless of your feelings on Episode 9, it was garbage.
IMO.
This was an incredible Star Wars story that exists in the Star Wars canon.
perfect.
That was very, very well done. The gameplay, while people say it's very Souls-like, I don't know because I've never
don't-
played a Dark Souls game,
yeah.
but I could see where that was. It's like basically what I would want Sekiro to be in a difficulty range.
Yeah.
But like they had that very same gameplay with like the stamina meter and the parrying and stuff like that.
Dude, yeah.
So good. You didn't play it yet, right? Or
Did
do
you?
you have interest in it?
Me?
Yeah, you. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
Sorry.
interested in playing it. Not interested enough to pay $60 for it.
That's fair. That's fair.
So it'll go on sale at some point on PC, and then I'll play it, and you'll get my opinion. It looks good. I'm sure it's good. It's an action RPG. If it's similar in play style to Sekiro or a Dark Souls game, and I can crank the difficulty up through the roof, sure, I'll
Yeah.
dig
You
it.
can also
yeah,
crank
absolutely.
it completely down. Tekken Gamer.
Tekken
Oh
Gamer.
my god.
Thank you for the follow.
Oh my god.
I'll let you. I'll tell you this, Jake. Jedi Fallen Order is the only game this year that I have replayed.
Oh,
So
And Gordy, and he doesn't even play games. So
yeah, so that's kind
true.
of notable.
Totally.
So it is very solid. So when it
I'm
goes
sure-
on sale, get that shit.
I mean, everyone has said it's pretty good, and you guys, well, Adam has said it's good. So I definitely had interested in playing it when it was announced and when it released. But once again, I would much rather spend $60 on Fire Emblem, like a franchise that I know I enjoy thoroughly, and a new piece of that franchise, than Star Wars Jedi Fallen
So
Order.
Okay.
that is the boss battle tier list for the games, of the most notable games. Obviously, there was hundreds
There's
of
some
games
other
that came
ones
out.
like
but these
Control.
yeah, so many
was
games.
supposedly like
Control. I can't believe I didn't put that on there either. What a fucking failure I am, Gordon.
no, you did fine.
Dude, you
don't
can't
have
put all the
Mario.
games on there though, because then nobody would be able to see our cameras anymore. Because it would just be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
here's all the fucking games.
Yeah. I did want to try to put every AAA game on there, and that was a AAA game.
Yeah.
I don't know much about it. I didn't play it, but I hear it was really good. Probably A or B tier. I assume would
Got
where that would
a
land.
few games of the
Yeah,
year.
maybe
so.
even S tier. But who can say?